Hello, Krix is here and welcome everyone to this week's video. Today I will create my own watercolor palette, chat about watercolors and hope you will come to this adventure with me. And I also wanted to quickly mention that Ocher has kindly sent me this ceramic palette to try out, but this is not sponsored video and they even did not ask me to make a video about their products, they just wanted to give this to me. So thank you so much. And I also want to say that this is part 1 and I am swatching watercolor palette here. Part 2 of this video is going to be accessible on my Patreon as monthly exclusive video and I will play a little bit more with watercolors over there. These are really tiny, but I'm really excited to fill them up with paints. They are meant to be for traveling or you can use them at home. I have decided my color palette and I will put all the paints in and then I'm going to swatch them and also create color combinations and palette. I will fill some parts with color dots because I have like a lot of color dots laying around the house and I just felt like maybe I can just peel them and put them inside if they will fit, of course, because now that I look at it, some will probably fit. But I just need to see. I also have paint tubes. I want to fill these pans, no, not pans, this palette with these ones. And welcome everyone to this swatching session part. I will swatch watercolors I have in this Ocher mini ceramic palette. I'm so excited to show them to you and also before I will start swatching, I'm letting you know that most of these colors are the ones I already had in my collection. I just didn't use them a lot, so they are there. The only color extra I bought for this palette was Buff Titanium by Daniel Smith, but it just so happened that I had like paint tube called Coastal Fog from American Journey, and these two colors are quite similar. So I kind of regret buying Buff Titanium now, but at the same time it's a little bit warmer and Coastal Fog is more like neutral beige color. You will see in a second. And yeah, I will just swatch all of them out and I am not using Wallis & Seymour vintage watercolors for this set. I will explain in a second while I will swatch. And yeah, grab a cup of tea for you and yeah, just let's swatch together. This is Buff Titanium by Daniel Smith. I will also like I will write the names for each paint just in case. Okay. It's really lovely color though. I love how it mixes together with different paints and when I mix it, it feels like little bit like gouache, like traditional gouache. It feels more like pastel-y. All the colors feels like that. The next color I will swatch is American Journey Coastal Fog, and this is the color I got as a present from one of my friends, and I never heard of this brand before, so I was really intrigued to try it out. And this Coastal Fog color, it's slightly different than Buff Titanium. Hopefully you can see. It's more natural I'm not sure if I would use both of them in my color palette, but we'll see how this will go. Okay, I'm trying to make it like as a circle. Not sure if it will work out. We'll see. The paper I'm using, I actually don't know where I got it, but it feels like hot press paper. It's super smooth surface. It's nice to swatch it on smooth surface for this occasion. I'm really happy. Okay, so this is the Coastal Fog by American Journey. The next color I have in this color palette is from Daniel Smith and it's called RAV Sienna. It's super beautiful, classic RAV Sienna color, probably in like different brands it's similar color-wise. I just love how like orangish it feels. And you will notice that I have a lot of similar looking colors, and it's just how it is. I think like for mixing purposes I would probably could mix the same colors using only one of those paints, but if I have it already, why not put it in? I think also like one of the reasons why I don't have this field, because I didn't want to put like all of the colors I have and kind of leave space for something new potentially in the future, but definitely not right now. I think I'm pretty happy with all the paints I will have. So the next color I will swatch is from Holbein Watercolors. It's called Amber, and you know me, I really love natural colors. So even though I could mix amber with with burnt sienna and ultramarine, it's still nice to have it as like a separate paint. And what I noticed using this already in my sketchbook, that it's quite transparent amber. There's probably like more opaque ambers in watercolor world. I hope it's like understandable. So this one is in the middle up here, this one is Coastal Fog, this is Amber, and this is RAV Sienna. So yeah. Okay, so the next paint I will swatch is where is it? Yellow Ocher, and it's by Van Gogh. I think I got this paint in upgrade subscription box a couple of months ago, and I haven't used it since then, but now I'm using it over here because I didn't have another yellow ochre in paint tube, so this was perfect. Okay. These look a little bit like pebbles from Natasha's video. It wasn't like my intention. Maybe I just watched too many of her videos. The next one is called Mars Yellow, and it's from Holbein Watercolors. And you might probably be asking why there's like mini dog in the corner. I just put him there to supervise what I'm doing. But really it's like for decoration and maybe for having something more interesting as well on the side to see. I actually have no idea why I put it there, but it's there. It's a mini dog which I created for my graduation show, which happened already like, when was it? Year and a half ago already, I think. The time is just passing super fast, by the way. I can't believe I graduated such a long time ago now. Okay. So, okay, this is the Mars Yellow. Then the next color, it's actually a dot, which I got from Anne C. She sent me these Winsor & Newton watercolor dots, and because I didn't have burnt sienna as like a tube paint, and I didn't want to like buy new paint, I decided to use this as my burnt sienna. I really wanted to have burnt sienna, so this is from Winsor & Newton, and it's really beautiful and lovely tone. It's beautiful, and it's also a great mixing color. It's definitely a color I would love to have every single time in my color palette, because it's such a versatile color, and it's also one of those earthy colors. It's not like super bright and kind of in your face colors. It's much more like neutral, but also great for mixing. So yeah, this is the burnt sienna. Okay, so now it will be super like wild and crazy color. It's a color I will not use straight from the tube, but straight from the pan. It's actually also another dot. This is from DeepDeepLight handmade watercolors, and it's Latvian brand. I think like year and a half ago I filmed a video. I will link it somewhere up there or there. Like, wait, there or there? Yes. And I will share it. But since then I haven't used these watercolors, so I feel super how do you say it? Guilty to not use them. So I decided to put a lot of dots in this color palette. But this is the color I will not use like straight from the tube. It's great for mixing though. I think it was called Permanent Yellow. And yeah, this is just like super bright classical yellow color for mixing. Kind of mostly mixing, yes. Okay, the next color is also a dot, and it's also from DeepDeepLight. I actually realized it's so easy to put dot cards inside the pan. If you have any like dot card, watercolor card, and you are wondering what to do with them, you can just put inside either like plastic pan or like small container and add like a few like drops of water and let it just like stay there, and it will kind of mix with water and it will be easier to kind of mix, and then you can just get this perfect pan with your paint. And yeah, it doesn't look like there are dots because I put a lot of water and then it kind of mixed together, and now it's perfect. So the next paint is also from Dots. Another mixing color. I will not use it straight from the tube. It's super like not my kind of color. It's cool red and not like particularly fan of that, but I really wanted this color palette to be kind of versatile and have colors that I can just pick straight from the tube or like mix only with one color. And I also wanted to have colors that I could just play around and mix in my palette and have fun playing with different color combinations, and this is the case for this paint. Okay, this is this is that. Okay, so I guess if we go straight to the circle, let's go this way. So the next one is also a dot, and it's also from DeepDeepLight. As you can see, I have a lot of dots in this palette. This is Cobalt Ultramarine. Cobalt Ultramarine? This is like classic ultramarine color in my opinion. Also another mixing color. I will not use this one just by its own. I will always try to use it together with something else. It's really great for mixing greens together with this permanent yellow. Oh no! No, I made mistake. Okay, I need to wait. Okay, okay, this will be bigger swatch than I thought it will be. Okay, just okay. I don't know what it is, but it's there. Okay. So, and the next one you will be also surprised. It's kind of bright color, and it's from the tube. This is Holbein Watercolor Cobalt Green Yellow shade. I actually was searching for this paint online, and apparently this particular color has been discontinued. I have no idea why, but I couldn't find it on websites. I was just curious. This is a gift paint, so it's probably quite old. That's why I couldn't find it. But yeah, this is color I will also use for mixing. And you will probably like see kind of the arrangement of this wheel and why I chose that particular space. So basically these four colors up here, these are really like mixing colors. Everything that will be outside will be more like specific kind of tone. Okay, let's do these colors. So the next one I will swatch is Shadow Green, and it's such a beautiful color. I also haven't used it a lot because, as you know, I'm like now only getting back to watercolors, and I really wanted to have it in here. It's actually, as I learned, there's single pigment. It's actually black pigment, but it has like this green undertone, and I love this color. It's such a beautiful color. I have no idea how I will use it in my work, but it's just beautiful color to use and play around. And it's such a beautiful granulation effect as well for this one. Okay. So this is how that one looks. Then I have another dot, and the dot is from DeepDeepLight Watercolors. This is called Cedar Teal, and apparently it has 3 pigments. There is green, blue, and red. So there is like kind of violety undertone, but it's really hard to see sometimes. And also it's quite similar than the previous paint I swatched. But yet again, I wanted to put it here because I wanted to use my dot cards and get use of them rather than just to have another new thing, so to say. I'm going to buy a little bit less art supplies this year for several reasons, but I also want to use what I already have. And the only times I will try to buy something is if I need refills or if I reach a limit in my affiliate credit. For those of who don't know, I have Jackson's Art affiliate link, and I link it every time below my videos. And if anyone is buying something from the website, I get a commission at no extra cost from you. And yeah, I use this commission to sometimes buy art supplies that I'm using or want to use or want to do art hauls. And yeah, if you want to buy something from Jackson's, don't forget to use my link. Okay, so the next one I'm now swatching is called Paris Blue, and it's actually, I think the Paris Blue name, it's also the same as Prussian Blue, and this is the dot card again from DeepDeepLight, and I just love Prussian Blue. It's recently become one of my favorite blue colors, and I use it a lot in my illustrations. So to have watercolor with Prussian blue is such a happy moment. And I have also another Prussian blue by Roman Schmal, which was gifted to me by Kerry. And yeah, I'm happy that I have one that I can put into this super small and tiny set, because that one is super big for that. So I will use it in different projects. The next one is another American Journey paint. This is also another gift from my friend. And yeah, I really enjoy this color. I don't tend to use like these tealy colors, but I love this paint, how it looks. And it's kind of like Prussian blue mixed together with shadow green. It's kind of in between. It's really beautiful. Okay, so there is only two left, I think. So one paint is RAV Amber Violet, and it's from Daniel Smith. And this is also kind of a wild card, not per se the color I would use like by its own, but at the same time I kind of enjoy it. It's a super like neutral violet, I would say, and kind of natural as well. Why it's looking so natural is because it literally has amber pigment inside, and the other pigment I think was quinacridone violet, but together it looks super like neutral, and I kind of enjoy it, and I feel it would be great for mixing different things. So that is like the choice behind this color. It also can get quite dark, which is nice. Okay, and the last one I will swatch is called English Red, and it is from DeepDeepLight dot card. So I think in total I have like 7 dot or 8 dot cards or something like that. Wait, how many dot cards I have? How 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 dot cards in total, which I'm really happy about. Okay, so this is English Red. It's kind of warmish red, warmer kind of red, and also super neutral. Okay, so this is how it looks. If I will have 2 more colors, I will add them here. I just wrote all the pigment names in here, just so you know, in case you want to see them a little bit more. And I also have a lot of single pigments. And I think the only pigment with 3 colors is Cedar Teal and Coastal Fog. go back, I just wanted to quickly include this part as well. I want to kind of play with color mixing a little bit more and see what kind of colors I can get using the 17 colors I have in this mini tiny cute color wheel. And how I will do it, I will mix for example, yellow ochre with buff titanium, then yellow ochre with coastal fog, yellow ochre with permanent yellow, yellow ochre with yellow ochre, it's yellow ochre. So that's why there are these colors. These are like the colors I already have. And on this side I will have darker toned, and on this one there will be more like washes, or if that makes sense, because they will repeat twice the color swatch, and I want to kind of differ them from this part to that part, if that makes sense. I will use this one as a color mixing palette, and I have two water glasses next to me. I also started to using like linen cloths as napkins, because I don't want to like use just like regular paper, because you just throw them away afterwards. So I feel this one I could reuse a lot of the times. I have a red bush tea up here as well on the side, and I'm just about to light the candle so it's a little bit more cozier. Maybe I can... Okay, this is... Okay, just a second. Oh, okay, it's good. It's good. I want to kind of make this as cozy swatching session, because I'm actually filming this on Saturday. So I just want to play with color, and I feel this will be useful for me in the future. I think to speed this process up, because this will probably take me like 2 hours, I will put some music in the background for you. I have decided to use this one as another paint palette. As you know, I have this one, and I decided to add these Wallis & Seymour vintage watercolors in here, but because I have like squeezed them up here and realized that they're quite hard to reactivate in some points, and then I started reading Jane Blundell art blog, and she actually mentioned that she squeezed them into pans and the pans started cracking a bit and it was really hard to reactivate it. So then I started reading comments, and some people suggested to add tiny bit of gum arabic and honey to use them together with paint, and it's easier to reactivate them. I will just do experiment. We'll see how this all will work out. As you understand, pure experiment. I just want these paints to reactivate a little bit better, so I feel this could potentially help them to do so. I feel I'm in like paint making class, and this is how you make paint. Okay, I'm just gonna close the lid, and then I'm gonna put the paints and mix them and hope, really hope that everything is good and they reactivate super easily. Okay, let's start with Bohemian Green Earth. I feel I will use this wooden thing to mix it together. Okay, I think I will leave it like that overnight, and I will see how they will dry up tomorrow and if everything I did mixing wise was worth it. Okay, I'm back. This is actually, I think, 2 days since I experimented with my Wallis & Seymour watercolor palette, and honestly everything works great. I'm happy that it's really easy to reactivate them and they are not dried up and cracked on the palette. I might have put a little bit too much honey, but I think in the following days I will just add a little bit more paint and then mix it together once again, and then it will be better proportion, because this was like experiment. Overall, happy that I mixed it together. Do as you wish to do. If you have like these watercolors, you can also just squeeze them right to the paint palette. This is just how I preferred, because I wanted them to be easy accessible, and I also mixed all the colors and I did this color wheel off camera just to see how many color combinations I can get from these colors. And I am so happy to have this, and I can just go back and see the color combinations. And also I wanted to quickly jump in and show you a little bit. I will not show you a lot, but this is kind of me trying to experiment with watercolors. Haven't used them for a long time, so I'm just learning. I also kind of sketched a little bit faces, and I decided to color one of the face in, just freestyle experimenting. If you want to see more how I play with watercolors, I will be recording Patreon exclusive video, and that will be second part of this video. It's super exciting to learn something new and super exciting to combine some things I already know and some things which I might have forgotten or never knew before. Thank you so much for taking your time and watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please give a thumbs up so my video can reach more people. Thank you to all of my lovely Patreons, and thank you everyone who is supporting me over there and here as well. If you have any questions regarding to my creative journey, please feel free to ask the questions down below, because next week I will do Q&A video, about my art journey here on YouTube, and yeah, I hope to see you there. Bye everyone!